Why do Japanese women don't prefer circumcised? Today in this video, we will discover some possible reason why. Circumcision is not widely practiced or culturally common in Japan. Unlike in some other countries, such as South Korea or the United States, circumcision is not a routine practice for men in Japan, and the majority of Japanese men remain uncircumcised. In Japan, circumcision is generally not associated with cultural or religious practices, and it is not recommended as a standard medical procedure. The country does not have a strong tradition of circumcision, and it is not typically performed on newborns or young children. The preference for uncircumcised men among some Japanese women can be influenced by cultural, social, and historical factors unique to Japan. Here are a few possible reasons. 1. Cultural norms. Japan does not have a tradition of circumcision. Unlike in some countries where circumcision is common, most Japanese men are not circumcised. Since the practice is not widespread, many Japanese women are more accustomed to seeing uncircumcised men and may feel more comfortable with that norm. 2. Aesthetic preferences. In Japan, uncircumcised men are generally seen as the norm, and thus women may prefer what is familiar to them. The idea of an uncircumcised penis may simply be more aesthetically appealing or familiar in a cultural context where circumcision is not the standard. 3. Cultural perceptions of the body. In Japan, there tends to be less emphasis on circumcision, and people may not see it as necessary or desirable in terms of hygiene or sexual health. Many Japanese women may not have strong preferences regarding circumcision, as it is not a cultural norm. 4. Health and sensitivity concerns. Some women may believe that uncircumcised men may experience greater sexual sensitivity, as the foreskin covers the head of the penis and could protect it from friction. This belief can influence preferences, although scientific opinions on the sexual effects of circumcision are mixed. 5. Minimal influence of external factors. Unlike in Western countries where circumcision might be seen as a symbol of cleanliness or health, in Japan, circumcision has not been culturally promoted or seen as a requirement. As a result, the influence of external health campaigns or cultural norms pushing circumcision is not as strong. Overall, the preference for uncircumcised men in Japan reflects the country's cultural norms and lack of a strong circumcision tradition. However, it's important to note that preferences vary greatly from person to person, and not all Japanese women may have the same view on this issue. It's not entirely accurate to say that most Japanese women dislike circumcised men, but there are cultural factors that may contribute to a preference for uncircumcised men among some women in Japan. This data is based on a general research. It may be inaccurate according to your knowledge. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel.